All right. So, my favorite song, by the way, right now, "Take Care of a Drake," best song on the market right now. So that's my shit. I'm just gonna give you like a little snippet about me and what's been going on in my life, real quick, and then I'm about to show you. I'm about to talk to you actually about some what I think about labels. All right. So first things first, show and tell. All right. You see this wonderful beauty right here? It's called a knee immobilizer. What that is basically a knee brace to keep my knee from moving because I've had 3 surgeries on my knee the past 3 weeks. So, yeah, and I was in the hospital for a week because I got an infection from my first surgery in my knee, and then so they had to figure out, they had to go into surgery for the second time and figure out what I had, and swab my culture, take some cultures and stuff, and find out, actually, and they found out a couple of days later I had a staph infection, and then I had to wait over the weekend to find out if I would get like home care services to show me how to or to change my wound vacuum, which is what this is, and it basically helps keep my infection in check and stuff. My little purse that I carry around, super fashionable, right? And then also to show me how to put antibiotics in this lovely thing. It's called a PICC line. It's basically a semi-permanent IV. So I get taken out in like 2 weeks, I think. So it's basically it. And basically it about me. So I want to go to the topic of labels, and I'm gonna get right to the point and tell you, I think labels are pointless. At least outside your professional life, I think they're pointless. They really are. I don't understand why we have labels. I know where they come from. People are like, well, there's a purpose for them, and I'm like, they come from somewhere, and I'm like, we don't have to put a name on everything. Like when I say labels, I don't mean like humans and like the name for you, like you're a human or that's a dog or that's a cat, or I'm talking about labels like dyke, I don't even know, cowgirl, cripple, bitch, whatever, bad boy, goody two shoe, popular, jock, emo, goth, all those ridiculous names. Like, they're all really unnecessary. Number one, they can be hurtful. Like I said in my last video with pronouns and names and stuff like that. And then they don't give you a chance to know the person. And then you could really lose out on a really good opportunity. Like, I bet you right now, some of you have already labeled me. If you don't know me, is what I'm saying. If you don't know me, you probably already labeled me. Because you saw me and you're like, oh, she's a big girl. Oh, she's got red hair, so she's a ginger. She's dressed like she has a t-shirt and basketball shorts on, so she's got to be a lesbian, or whatever. It could, or you saw my knee brace and she's a cripple. That's where I got the cripple earlier. So, and it's it's really not that's not me. That's not who I am. I don't label me by what you see on the outside. Get to know me and then, make an opinion of me, but don't label me. And let me show you how easily your opinion can change of me. Okay? So you see me wearing this. What automatically do I look like to you? I could be a country girl or a redneck or a hick or whatever you want to label it as, But you see this, and it's totally different than when I take it off. If I take it off, you have no idea that I'm a cowgirl, I'm a hick, or I'm a redneck. I put this on. Whatever. I kept my bun sticking out, but you have to put this on, and you're like, oh, she's a dyke, she wants to dress like a boy, she's a butch lesbian. As soon as I take it off, what do you think of me now? It's so, it's so different. Like, your view about me completely changed just by what I wore, by how I dressed, by how I look, how I act. You know, you don't need labels for that. Just make it opinion. You know, you don't need a label to make an opinion. Some people give labels because they want to fit in somewhere. You know, you don't have to fit in. Stand out. You know, just because you're unique doesn't always make you useful, but there's nothing wrong with being unique. Everyone is. You know, everyone's unique. Everyone has a different purpose. You don't have to fit in with a certain group of people. You know, some people, that's why we have the LGBT community. And they're like, they put the labels that I'm a lesbian, I'm bisexual, I'm gay, I'm transgendered, I'm asexual, I'm queer, I'm questioning, I don't, I'm whatever, I'm genderqueer, or, stuff like that. Like, they put labels on them, and you don't always have to. I know I said before that I've labeled myself as a lesbian, and I've labeled myself like that for years because I felt like I had to give myself a label so I knew my sexuality, and so I could just stick to something. Because change is basically a part of my routine, so I want something to stick and be the same for once in my life. With all the moving and stuff that I've had to do and changes and whatever. But I'm coming to realize that I really don't need that label because I've dated beyond the spectrum of just females. I've dated female to male transgenders. And I have dated men before, and biological men. And I have, and I've dated, biological females, that identify as a female. I guess is what I'm trying to say. And then haven't dated an MTF, a male to female transgender yet, but I wouldn't, I wouldn't say no. I'm just saying, like, it's really pointless, and you don't need a label to identify who you sleep with. No, who cares? It's your sex life. I don't care if I'm bisexual, asexual, trisexual, one sexual. I'm just sexual. That's all. That's it. I'm just sexual. It's as simple as that. Give the person that you see time. Don't, time is is a very important thing. But you waste it on, giving names to people. When instead you could be spending it on getting to know that person and having a really good bond or friendship, or could be a lover, or they could end up as your wife or your husband or your spouse of some sort, or a good just a good friend or just a good coworker, So I don't really think that we should keep putting labels on people, because sometimes it can really hurt, like I said, and you don't get a chance to know the person. You really need to get to know the person. That's all. I know I've said that like 6 times throughout the video, but I'm trying to make a point here. Get to know me. Don't look at me and be like, she's a bitch, or she's a slut, or she's a dyke, I don't want to look at her. Give me a chance. Everybody deserves one. It's questionable whether they deserve a second, because I believe, no one told you to fuck it up the first time. So, but, that's, besides the point. So, give people a shot. That's all I'm asking. And think about that. Think about why you put labels on people. Question yourself, why do I do that? Does it help me? Does it make me a better person? Does it make me feel better as a person? Does it make them feel better as a person? Think about that. Alright? I try to keep my videos contained to at least, 10 minutes, give or take, a few seconds or a minute. So, yep, I'm gonna head out of here. Subscribe, like, whatever, and catch y'all soon. Alright, bye.